It's been over a year since the infamous Will Smith slap Chris Rock debacle happened. Been a little over a year. I remember a year ago when I did commentary on this right when this situation had happened. Actually, another one content creator had informed me when the situation was happening. So I know doing a live about this. I did a live about when it happened. And I also did a live on last year when Will Smith did his alleged apology as well too. Both of them videos are up on my YouTube channel if you want to check that out. But today, out of a year of dealing with this debacle and this situation of the back and forth, Chris Rock finally decided to address this alleged situation in his comedy series on Netflix. So without further ado, I'm going to present to y'all the particular segment when he finally addressed Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. So without further ado, don't want to hold y'all up. Let's take a listen. See what he got to say.
I do not need to smoke. Y'all know what happened to me. Getting smacked by Suge Smith. Everybody knows. Everybody fucking knows. Yes, it happened. I got smacked like a year ago. Fucking last week, I got smacked in the fucking Oscars by this motherfucker. And people like, did it hurt? It still hurts. I got summertime ringing in my ear.
I ain't gonna lie, his whole comedy show was funny as hell though.
Please. But I'm not a victim, baby. You will never see me on Oprah or Gail crying. You will never see it. Never gonna happen. I couldn't believe it, and I love Men in Black. No. It's never gonna happen. No. Fuck that shit. I took that hit like Pacquiao, motherfucker.
He took it like Pacquiao.
I took it like motherfucking Pacquiao, okay? Shit, man. Did it hurt? Yeah, motherfucker, it hurt. And people are like, well, you guys are fighting all the time. We're not fighting. First of all, I know you can't tell on camera. Will Smith is significantly bigger than me. We're not the same size, okay? We are not. This guy, Will Smith does movies with his shirt off. You've never seen me do a movie with my shirt off. If I'm in a movie...
Real quick, fun fact, when I was younger, right, a lot of people used to say that I look like Will Smith. Especially when I had when Will Smith was doing his Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episodes, I used to have my hair in a hot top fade as well, too, exactly like Will Smith's. And Will Smith people used to say I look like Will Smith all the time. So, but probably not now. But when I was younger, yes. There's a little fun fact.
In open heart surgery, I got on a sweater. Will Smith played Muhammad Ali in a movie. You think I auditioned for that part? He played Muhammad Ali. I played Pookie in New Jack City. Pookie, motherfucker. I played a piece of corn in Pootie Tang.
I remember that. That was crazy.
Even in animation, this motherfucker's bigger. I'm a zebra, he's a shark. What the fuck, man? But Will Smith practices selective outrage. Practices selective outrage. Because everybody knows what the fuck happened. Everybody that really knows I had nothing to do with that shit. I didn't have any entanglements. I did not have any entanglement. And then for people that don't know, and everybody knows, Wilson and his wife was fucking her son's friend, okay? Now,
Pretty much.
I normally would not talk about this shit. But for some reason, these niggas put that shit on the internet.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I have would do something that fucking low down. What the fuck? That we all been cheated on. Everybody in here have been cheated on. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television.
Yeah, that's crazy.
None of us. It's like, hey, I was sucking somebody else's dick. How did that make you feel?
It was exactly like that too. And also, y'all, I also did a show talking about this too, talking about the whole entanglement and everything. You can check it out on my YouTube channel. I believe it's on either season 5. Yeah, it may be on season 5. So check it out on my YouTube channel about my review on that.
Why the fuck would you do that shit? She hurt him way more than he hurt me, okay? Okay? And by the way, he does that shit. Everybody in the world called him a bitch. I tried to call the motherfucker and give him my condolences. He ain't pick up for me. Everybody called that man a bitch. Fucking Charlemagne called him a bitch. The Breakfast Club called him a bitch. And The View and The Talk and every rapper and the Drink Champs called him a fucking bitch. Everybody called him a bitch. They called his wife a predator. Everybody called him a bitch.
Well, I didn't call on Will Smith a bitch, but I did say he was a beta male simp though. Did a whole show on that. Check it out on season 6 of my YouTube channel.
Everybody. And who's he hit? Me. A nigga he know he could beat. That is some bitch ass shit.
Facts.
That's what the fuck happened, okay? The fuck out of here, man. The fuck? What the fuck? I do nothing to this motherfucker, okay? His whatever. Years ago, his wife said I should quit the Oscars. I shouldn't host because her man didn't get nominated for Emancipation. The biggest piece of shit ever. Okay? And then so the nigga gives me a fucking concussion. No, not Emancipation. I fucked up the joke. Concussion. She fucking said he should quit because Will didn't get nominated for concussion. What the fuck? What the fuck? So did I do some jokes about her? Who gives a fuck? That's how it is. She starts it, I finish it, okay? That's what the fuck happened. Nobody's picking on this bitch. She started this shit. Nobody was picking on her.
That's true.
Nobody was picking on her. She said, a fucking grown-ass man should quit his job because her husband didn't get nominated for concussion. And then this nigga gives me a fucking concussion, okay? What the fuck, man? I love Will Smith. My whole life, I love this nigga. I saw him open up for Run DMC at the Nassau Coliseum. These niggas made brand new funk. I love this nigga. He made some great movies. I have rooted for Will Smith my whole life. I root for this motherfucker, okay? And now, I watch Emancipation just to see him get whooped. Got me rooting for Massa, okay? Hit him again, Massa. Hit him again. You missed the spot, Massa. You missed the spot. And a lot of people go, Chris, how come you didn't do nothing back? How come you didn't do nothing back that night? Because I got parents. That's why. Because I was raised.
My guy got moral compass.
I got parents. And you know what my parents taught me? Don't fight in front of white people.
Now, those of you who haven't seen this on show, go on Netflix and watch this on stand-up comedy show. Me and Mrs. Zerber, we had watched this on the other one day, and I'm telling you, this is one of the best comedy shows that I have watched with Chris Rock. That was funny as hell. That show was funny as hell from beginning to end. I ain't lying. And so I'm not going to spoil it for y'all, but absolutely go watch that show if you haven't seen it yet. Go watch this comedy show on Netflix. Check it out. Check it out, and let me know what you think about it. But let's talk about this real quick. All right, let's talk about this because he made some very key points. Now, the whole title of his stand-up comedy special was called "Selective Outrage," and it's very fitting, very fitting topic. The reason why it's a very fitting topic because this is what we see in this culture right now. We're seeing this culture right now where we're dealing with a lot of cancel culture where people want to cancel you for no apparent reason because they up in their feelings. We see people decide to have selective outrage for situations that is not that serious. We see it happen all the time. Hell, I see it happen all the time on YouTube as well too, where we be having different people, different content creators, having selective outrage and just doing weird ass stuff. So it happens all the time, you know what I'm saying? So I find it very fitting that Chris Rock had waited until this particular moment to talk about this. Now, Chris Rock, he could have had addressed this situation right when the slap happened. He could have did that, but he chose not to. What he chose to do is to utilize what I call a moral compass. That's the reason why when he ended this way, he ended it the way he did by saying that, hey, my parents taught me a better way. My parents taught me to have a moral compass. My parents taught me to have emotional intelligence. Well, I'm not all super emotional like how Will Smith, beta male simp, was or still is. Even to this day, Will Smith acts like a beta male simp. And his wife, Jada, is a modern day woman. Everything Chris Rock was saying was true. Jada orchestrated this whole entire debacle. And instead of her taking accountability of it, she basically just slapped her husband in the face and shift the blame on him, talking about, well, you the one who's controlling. It was due to your controlling beta male behavior that caused me to go out and cheat on you. Make that make sense? No, it wasn't his behavior. It was because it was something that you wanted to do. It was something that you chose to do because you had modern day woman behavior. You were always been that way. Jada Pinkett Smith always been that way. Always been that way. I remember one looking at looking at Jada Pinkett in different movies that she been in, and she always play a role of being a hoe. I'm gonna say again, she always play a role of being a hoe. The only movie that I know of that she didn't play a role of really being a hoe is that movie Jason Lyrics. Other than that, she always played that role. She's either playing the role of being a hoe or she playing the role of being a baby mama. One or the other. One or the other. And this beta male simp Will Smith just chose the wrong woman. That's where it boils down to. And so all this situation is like Chris Rock say, that's on them. They did this. And all Chris Rock was doing is giving his perspective about what it is. And decide to come and attack this man. That's some beta male simp behavior right there, for real. Where this woman manipulates you so much so that you manipulated to attack this man. Then on top of that, y'all remember this last year? Then on top of that, she gonna sit up here and throw Will Smith under the bus after he did it too. She said, I didn't tell him to attack him. But she gave him that look as though you better attack this dude. You better go and defend my honor. Or you're going to be sleeping on that couch tonight. So yeah, it's a lot of selective outrage out there for real. And I'm just to be honest with you, I'm glad that Chris Rock used so much emotional intelligence and he chose to deal with this the time that he wanted to deal with this, not the time where people want him to deal with it. He dealt with it on his time when he wanted to deal with it. He didn't allow people to manipulate him. He didn't allow people to control him, because I'm pretty sure that him, his family, his friends, everyone would say, man, you need to roast the hell out of that dude. You need to let that dude know. But he chose to deal with it the time that he wanted to deal with it, which I commend Chris Rock for doing that, for dealing with it on his time. He controlled the narrative. I honestly believe that we should learn a lot in this particular situation with Chris Rock, because Chris Rock is actually paving the way how to deal with not only situations that happen to you, but also dealing with this cancel culture situation too. I believe Chris Rock done paved the way for real. He really did. The things that he was talking about, I don't want to spoil it for y'all, those of y'all who haven't seen it yet, but the things that he was talking about in that stand-up, he was saying it in a funny but in a realistic way. That's the best way I could put it to you. He was saying it in a funny but realistic way to challenge people to think. And so I commend him on that. I commend him on this whole entire situation. But like always, y'all, y'all let me know what y'all think about this this whole situation. Do you agree with what Chris Rock was saying in this stand-up when he dealt with Will Smith? Do you believe that Chris Rock should have had said this a year ago? Do you agree with me by standing with him about him waiting to the opportune moment, which is now, to address this? What do you think? Let me know in the comments.